What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the brand newly released, rehashed Big Mom event. Now, we already know, I already made a video about this one, about the 15, 30, and 40 stamina difficulty of the Big Mom Island, and we already know how that actually works. But in this video, I want to talk about these new islands, and they do have some minor changes, and it enables you basically to just output more damage against Big Mom. So if you struggle to get your 200 million damage, I'll show you guys again in this video an easier team that is easier to build that you can actually go ahead and use to take down the Big Mom event and get your damage ramped up much easier. So anyways, before we get into that, I want to go over to the website, because the website also has some new stuff on it as well. Obviously, Big Mom is here, so he's actually already nearly dead once again, and it says that if Big Mom is fully defeated once again by February 27th, then we get something else. I'm not really too sure what actually happens after this, because that didn't really happen on JP. She didn't revive more than one time, because she got taken down and then she got revived, I believe, and then once they took him down, they got more stuff. I don't exactly remember exactly what happened on JP, but if we go to the event rewards at the top there, once we defeat her for a second time, we actually get 10 more rainbow gems, which is very awesome. I'm not too sure when we actually get the rewards. I would assume by Feb 27th that is when we should be getting the rewards for us beating Big Mom for the second time, which is great. So you get 10 more gems, which you can use on the brand new 4th anniversary Sugo Fest. Hopefully you guys that have pulled on the anniversary Sugo Fest thus far have gotten really good luck. Obviously, if you haven't seen my video yet, go check it out on the channel. Probably put a card at the top of the video so you guys can go ahead and have a look at that. But anyways, as I said, you know, we want to be going ahead and showing you guys the dungeon. Now, unfortunately, on the website, there's no other information that was actually shown. Just the fact that if we defeated by the 27th, something happens. Maybe they're going to make a new island once again. We'll have to wait and see for that. And also that we can get 10 more rainbow gems just for beating Big Mom once again. So as I said, I want to show you guys a team that you guys might be able to build. It's a little bit easier to build to take on the Big Mom event and output a lot of damage. So this specific team that we're going to be using has the potential to deal the max damage that V2 Doflamingo can actually do, as long as I hit my perfects, of course. Doing it on video, probably not going to hit all my perfects. Hopefully we can though, because it's actually really awesome. You can actually get up to 99 million on a Doflamingo special ability, which is just insane. Now the way that we do this is with a friend Whitebeard and Marco. We're using our Zoro Sanji captain, and those are very important actually, because when they go ahead and use their ability, they become a slasher, so we can go ahead and use our Little Oars Jr. You don't have to use Little Oars Jr. You can use someone like 5+ Reiju or something for a conditional boost, but Zoro and Sanji just a really strong Psy captain. We've got Hina for the color affinity, and we've got V2 Shanks for the type boost and the combo boost. He could also be replaced with someone that also is just a Psy type booster, a reasonably high Psy type booster, and then obviously we've got V2 Doflamingo for outputting a lot of damage against Big Mom, but you could definitely replace V2 Doflamingo with like an Intalk. If you have Intalk, that will also enable you to output some pretty serious damage. Not as much as Doflamingo, but you'll be able to get some pretty good damage output with that. And if you don't have V2 Doflamingo or Intalk, then you're gonna have to be using one of those as a friend captain. That's only if you want to go ahead and reach the max threshold of 200 million damage. Otherwise, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. Now, the main difference between this new island that has arrived on global compared to the other islands that were already there is, number one, stage 3 will not have any mini bosses. There is only like one set of variation of characters that you can get here, and you guys will see once we get there about what happens on stage 3. Also, the drops are significantly better on this new island. However, I believe you can only run this island 10 times per day, so that is the thing that you have to take into consideration. Even though the drops are better, you know, you can only run it a certain amount of times per day, and it is worth it, honestly, because every cotton candy you drop is +5, so it's absolutely amazing, especially if you do want to get some cotton candy to use it on some of the characters that you got from the Sugo Fest. Now, this is the turn where we're going to be doing our burst, so you can see we have a whole bunch of int characters. We have 5 int mobs. Now, unfortunately, with this team, we do have to kill off one of them, but still, we're going to be getting 4 characters to attack 4 of the int mobs and basically deal a crap ton of side damage towards them. So we've got the orb boost from Zoro Sanji and the mass captain as well. We've got a 4.25 captain with our friend captain. We've got the 2x color affinity with Hina, the 1.75 conditional boost with Little Laws Jr. You got to make sure that you actually delay the enemy and also get the captain to be a slasher in order for Little Laws Jr. to work. And then also we've got the type boost here from our Shanks and the combo boost. And basically, if we hit all our perfects, we can get max damage on Doflamingo. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Max damage. 53 million damage, and here we go, stage 4 against Big Mom here. We're going to use our Doflamingo special and absolutely wipe the floor with this Big Mom here. I love seeing the Doflamingo animation just as you do so much damage with it, man. It's kind of interesting with V2 Doflamingo because I personally believe he's one of the worst designed characters in the entire game, and ever since V2 Doflamingo's release, they've kind of been making content like negative towards Driven. And anytime there's Driven stuff, they basically want to make sure that either they get silenced and they don't release any good silence reducers. However, on JP recently, they've actually kind of nerfed that a little bit, and they've released some really good Driven characters as of late. So I guess wanting to push some of the more new Driven characters, they've kind of made it easier to use Driven characters where they release a silence reducer and they release all these different effects that they can actually get around. Now, obviously, once you defeat Big Mom here, like, we obviously have to try and beat Big Mom. 15 stamina version, very, very easy to take down. Also, after we beat this, I want to go ahead and take on the 40 stamina version of the dungeon as well. And the team that we're going to be using to take it on isn't like the best team in the game, but I really wanted to showcase the new Whitebeard character that was available in the Sugo Fest. Obviously, I pulled yesterday. I got my hands on the new Whitebeard, so now we're going to jump into the 40 stamina version of the new dungeon and use the new Whitebeard character. Alright, so here is the new Whitebeard character. I think he absolutely looks amazing. His captain effect is somewhat tricky to use because at max health you get 2.5 times attack and it scales all the way down to 4.5. So using him in this type of content might be quite annoying, but I mean it's fine because I believe Whitebeard actually has his own type boost. They give all the new batch characters a massive boost for this particular event, so he actually does a lot of damage. Now, I wouldn't recommend using Whitebeard to farm this event just because he's a quick unit, and it's weird because like a lot of the good units to use on a Whitebeard team are actually like quick units, so it's quite annoying to actually build teams with that. But anyways, we're going to just be going through it with the Whitebeard units, of course, and as I said before, you know, because we're at full health, we have a 2.5 times attack multiplier, and we won't get any lower until we get to the stage 4 Big Mom. Also on this team, I've got Shirahoshi, which I actually pulled in the most recent Sugo Fest, so I'm really happy about that, and also Legend Nami. Man, I really cannot wait to use these characters on some other teams, especially Nami, because I wanted Nami for a while, just because she's so good on Katakuri teams, so she's going to be a very, very useful unit for me to get a hold of here. As you can see, we're just demolishing this event right now. They don't really have that much health, but then when we get to the boss Big Mom, the final boss Big Mom, is where stuff actually gets real. So here we are with Big Mom here. We are going to go ahead and use a Whitebeard special here. Here is the special animation for the Whitebeard. I think it looks so goddamn sick, and then we can use one on the final stage as well. It does 400k fixed damage, type boost, and a combo boost, and then when you're below a certain threshold of health, he also does some damage reduction effects as well. So he's going to be an extremely strong ally for you in your character box for taking on some content. This Big Mom does revive, and she actually does a death hit as well, so that's going to be nice because now Whitebeard has an even stronger captain effect, and it enables us to do even more damage, absolutely decimating. Obviously, he does have the extra type boost from the event itself as well. So here we are at the final boss, Big Mom. Obviously, everything so far is pretty much the same, except the stage 3 is easier to beat because there's no Katakuri, Smoothie, or Cracker boss to really deal with here. So now we have Big Mom here. We are going to go ahead and use Shirahoshi to give us the Rainbow Orbs. We're going to use our Log Kid to reduce our health. We are going to use our Jack, and unfortunately Legend Nami, I totally forgot about that. You get out, your dex units are actually special binded, so that's going to be quite annoying to deal with, but nonetheless we shouldn't have too many problems with dealing with this event just because Whitebeard has a significant boost, and also Log Kid is going to do a lot of damage. There we go. So you can switch out that Nami for like you know, Striker Law, the 6-star Law, so that's going to be quite fine. Either way, reasonably easy to beat with the new Whitebeard, of course, and it's essentially the same dungeon as the previous 40 stamina version. Plenty of teams are able to beat it. V2 Akainu, V2 Shanks, definitely can use, you know, the new Big Mom is obviously the best case scenario, because what happens is if you're using Big Mom against the final stage Big Mom, she gives you a full board of recovery orbs, but if you're using Legend Big Mom as a captain, they'll get changed into Semler orbs, so you basically get a full board of matching orbs and you can just destroy it. So very, very easy to use the new Big Mom. So you can see here we get lots of forbidden tomes and +5 cotton candy, so I would highly suggest to farm this new event, because you can use those tomes to obviously socket out all your new characters that you got from the Sugo Fest. But other than that, that's pretty much all the stuff I really wanted to showcase to you guys in this video about the new 40 and the 15 stamina versions. As you can see, that was my last time to beat that dungeon, so it has disappeared. However, on the next new day, either at news o'clock or the next new day update, I believe it will return. I think it's 10 times per day you can run this particular event, but yeah, definitely go ahead and farm it to get those really, really good drops. But anyways, that is going to conclude this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and if you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.